Hello, welcome back to 9 Little Aussies. I am out in my mudroom and it is an sort of late afternoon and about to do some crazy homestead chores, get it all done type deal because we've been out all day. But I wanted to show you something kind of fun first. So you might remember that a few days ago I showed you that in our boots we found like what looked like possibly a little nest. We've got a stack of boots back here in the mudroom and it looked like a little bird or something might have been going to build a nest there. You see it? Did you see that? I don't want to go back over there because I really don't want to scare the mama birdie or the daddy, whatever it is, away from those eggies. But that is so cute. There are some kind of little birdie eggs in our boots. So I worked out here the other day and got the strawberries planted and some weeding done. I never did get back to it. It has just been... We took, oh Neo, what's wrong? We took a spring break with the thought that I would get all this gardening done, and there's been so many interruptions. We spent an afternoon in here the other day, and I don't know if it had been visible in any recent videos, but this room was a mess, and I needed to get it sorted. This is our mudroom, storage room. And so we kind of came in here and tidied everything and gave it a big sweep. So now I feel it looked somewhat respectable so that we can get in here and get this place cranking with some seed starts. That won't be today because again, today has disappeared on me and I'm just having to let that go. So I'm sitting down for a very quick cuppa. It's really time that I've got dinner on, so that's sorted. And soon it'll be milking time and the kids are in the bath, and I just ducked out here really quick to talk to you because I haven't been able to really film today. And I'm like, that's in a way discouraging because I'm trying to film every day for this 100 days. Well, 6 days a week I'm trying to do. But there are just, and I think this is the reality of wanting to live this lifestyle, a closer to the earth, more agrarian life, where we don't grow all of our own food by any means, but we are trying to grow a lot more of our food and know where our food comes from. And the reality is that is a very time-consuming thing. And even though we love it and we want to do it and it's important to us and it's important for us that our family experiences this, it is also true that we don't want to be a slave to this lifestyle. And that means that sometimes we have to say yes to something else, which means things here have to wait. And today was one of those days. Today we had the opportunity to go on it was a nature walk up at the SFA Gardens in Nacogdoches. It's beautiful because it's all in full bloom. The azaleas, there's just lots and lots of azaleas. Apparently it's quite known for that. Beautiful, just stunning. Anyway, we went up there and that was just really important for us to be able to venture out and do some things like that for the children, even though I am like thinking, oh, we've got so much to do here. Whether it's school related, homestead related, just managing the house. Now, I don't want it to sound like we are hermits because we're not. We're doing, the boys all played basketball and really enjoyed that, and we're out a lot and involved a lot with that. We're involved with church and church activities, but I think probably just after years of homeschooling and parenting, at the beginning I used to try to do everything and all of the, if there was something on and it sounded good and sounded like I would enjoy it or the children would enjoy it, then I would try and fit it in. And when you live in a community where there are lots of options, which we did on the Sunshine Coast, there's a big homeschool community there, and there is a decent sized one here too. We just haven't really got involved in too much because, well, I guess multiple reasons, but we honestly, it's just been a scramble to try and get our feet on solid ground since we got here. So that means that those entertainment or extracurricular type activities have had to take a bit of a back seat, and we've had to do more just the necessities. And I do think you have seasons like that, but I think it's time for us to start branching out a little. So it was a great day. It was a wonderful day. I'm very glad we went, but I didn't get things done here, and that's just the reality. But again, we don't serve the homestead, it serves us, and we need to be able to separate that and make those choices. So that is what we had to do today. So I'm just living with the reality of the things I didn't get done today. And that's okay. I was going to do more sow seeds. I was going to do more organizing in the garden. There's just still a lot of winter cleanup, honestly. Cleaning up weeds and... Hello, Neo. Oh, your face is covered in pollen. Do you want to say hello? Can we say hello? Say hello. Yes, your face is covered. No, 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 you can't have my tea. No, you may not. Now hop down. You're all muddy. You're all muddy. Off you go. Off you go. Go sit down. So let's have a little update. These ones are growing up nicely, getting bigger. The herbs that overwintered are doing fantastic. Here comes the dollar weed. I had this all weed free and haven't had a chance to get in and plant in it, so I'm gonna have to get in and get that dollar weed again. These are already trying to shoot up. This is coriander, known here as cilantro, and it's trying to bolt because we did have a couple of days of like 85 degrees, which is fairly warm. So I'm just going to pull these off. That smells amazing. I love that stuff. So good. Okay. The roses are another thing that... Now, my son started pruning these for me the other day. I'm going to have to come in and finish them. He did a lot, but they need finishing off. So one of the realities of that, for us at least, is knowing that we can't necessarily do every single thing we want to do. I have so many things I want to do, so many things on my list. I've got to get the elderberry plants, which I have grown from cuttings. I don't know if I've showed you this in a while, actually. Let me turn this around for you. I've kept these in the mud room and just brought them out recently, but there's 3 pots there. There's also a dipladenia here, but those are all elderberries back there that people sent me cuttings, and I grew them from cuttings, and now they're springing back with, I don't know if you can see down there, so much fresh new growth. So they are ready to be potted out. I'm going to put them in the ground. So there's that. Those need to go in the ground. I need to finish weeding the asparagus bed and get that in. I've got lots of plans for this end of the garden, in this backyard, and then more plans to do rows out there. And I would like to I am the type of person that I would just like to get up in the morning and go hard and get it all done, and then get up the next morning and just go hard till it's done. But it doesn't really work like that when you have a family and they have needs, and we have to be aware of those and do things that work for everyone. So they help a lot in the garden, as you've probably seen if you've been around here. but they also need other things as well. So I guess it means sometimes maybe this spring garden's going to take me a few more days than I had hoped to get in the ground. That's okay, we'll still get it in. And I am looking here at seeds, a little box of very unorganized chaos, which is just me, I guess. But I am very excited to get some of these in. I have some hollyhock seeds that were sent to me by a viewer that I'm really excited to plant those. And I'm going to get, I'm going to try and do more flowers in the backyard and more veggies out the back. Although I'm doing veggies here in the raised bed as well. So it's a mix. Radishes, looking forward to getting those in. I was looking for a few. What I was doing right now is just sorting through to see if there's a few that I can go stick out to. Like, I don't have time to do much, but I do have time to probably put a few seeds in the ground out the front in those raised beds. Matilda, it's almost milking time and she's letting me know. I'm going to try and put watermelons in. I'm definitely putting pumpkins in, and I saved some seeds from the grey pumpkins that are the most similar I have found here to Australian pumpkins. I'm not sure, they didn't have a proper name. They were like a Texas blue, but I don't think that, and they had fairy tale pumpkins, but there was one in particular that to me looked like a Jarrahdale. I don't know if it was, because it wasn't really labeled, and I bought it at H-E-B, so it's not like I was buying it for the seeds as far as they were concerned. But I have saved those seeds and hoping to get them growing. I was looking in particular for, oh, here we go. I did want some Sweet Alice to go in out the front. I just love it. It's, I think I love it maybe because I had it when I was growing up. But isn't it pretty? It's very pretty. I like the purple one too. There's kind of a bluish purple one that you can get. Well, maybe I won't overdo it. I'll just try to get a couple of these in right here, right now. All right. I wanted celery, but I don't know where my celery seeds have gone. All right, I'm going to put in some radishes, some Sweet Alice. I've got a pot out there. Oh, I've got some little red radishes too. I'm going to put some flowers. Now we have some lupines. We tried to grow them last year and didn't have a lot of luck. So I'm try this packet, and maybe some sweet peas. I'll just do a little bit of that right now. Sometimes you just have to sneak in a tiny bit of gardening here and there when you can. And it's amazing actually how much that can accumulate over time. Like, I might not be able to do the whole big long day in the garden that just makes me feel so good, and I look back and go, wow, look at everything I got done today, and I get my hands dirty and it's just the best feeling. But sometimes I can't do that. Sometimes I just have to sneak it in. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and just do what I can. Okay, so I'm around here at the garden with Neo, and I don't know, I'll just see what I have time to get in. Well, with this little bit of time I have. Let's see. Oh, that rain's coming back. I might not have time to get these in.
doing, sweetheart?
I'm just trying to I think the rain's going to beat me, but I'm trying to sow some seeds really quick.
It wasn't even on the list of things you needed to do.
I know, but then I thought, well, I can do that really quick. Just 5 minutes here. Okay, I sowed the Sweet Alice and some sweet peas around the edges that they can climb up over these bits of wire. And I think I'm just going to quickly put in some radishes and then call it a day.
Sweetheart, we're going to go milk.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, so you don't have to.
Do you want me to come down and finish?
Nope. Unless we're desperate and we'll yell out, "Ow!"
Well, thank you. That lets me get a little bit more sewing done.
All right. Come on.
Thank you.
No worries.
Got a few in the ground, so that's pretty awesome. There is just something to me so peaceful about being in the garden. The quiet, the rain is just very gently spitting. That's what we would call this. It's just spitting softly. And the birds are singing quietly. The spring has been so beautiful. Last year, I don't think I was ready for the spring because we had 2 back-to-back summers and I was so over summer and the heat. Whereas this year I'm like, I'm ready. And it's beautiful. It's so pretty here in the spring. So green, and there's so many things starting to flower. It's just gorgeous. And I am super excited. Man, I just hope, I'm praying for this little flower garden, because look at all these seeds that have come up. So pretty. Oh, well, they're not pretty yet, but I'm hoping they will be. I'm hoping these will grow just a beautiful scattered mess of flowers, of wildflowers. I sure hope so. Okay, I'm just over here at this pot because I've just had this thought. Look at this. I don't know if you can see, but these are rubber wood chips. I don't know why anyone would do that. Like, fill their garden or their pots with rubber. It's not an organic material. It's never going to break down, and it's going to leach harmful things into your soil. I don't know if I can get all this out or if I just need to start over, but I wanted to sow some flowers into the top of this pot. This pot was here when we came, and it's just full of rubber wood chips. So bizarre. Look at that. Just bits of rubber. I don't know if you can even tell, but they're not real. They are not real. So I'm filling up this pot with all these rubber wood chips right now. Hey, look at those bits of rubber. That is just rubber. I don't even know. They've done a pretty good job of making it look like the real thing, but it just makes me cranky. It's such an irresponsible thing. So, like, careless to be filling this soil with rubber, plastic. Anyway, like, there's a lot more in here than I thought. Just trying to spare the what was in the top here, what was underneath, because there's potting soil or something that's been in here before, and it's probably very much in need of a treatment, you know. Some good, what is this? I must have had this in here at some point. A yellow shrimp plant. Don't even know what that is. Anyway, just one of my pet peeves is plastic in the garden. Plastic was not made for the garden. It has its uses, but not in the garden, people. Not in the garden and not in our food, hey? Okay, we're starting. Oh, there's some more. Just when I thought I'd nearly got it all. Now, I'm not going to worry about getting every single piece out, and the reason is I'm planning to grow flowers in here, not food. It still just really frustrates me. It's not right. Not right at all. Okay, I have just topping it up. I've got this seed starting mix that was just a little bit left in the bag, and I've got a little bit left in this one of organic potting mix. It's not going to be enough, I don't think, though. It's a crying shame. A little bit of that one. Not enough. Let me see. Okay, that was not quite enough to fill the pot, and I've just had an idea. This raised bed here, which is full of weeds and flowers, is going to go. We're moving it because my husband said he's going to build me a big outside clothesline, which I really, really want. I really miss having a clothesline outside, which is very, very normal in Australia, and then what nearly everyone has, unless you live in a city or something. And I really miss having one. Anyway, I'll have to tell you about that later because I've got to beat the rain. I think there's a little bit of soil down in here, good soil, that I can use to top up that pot. Hard to get to, actually. Which is probably why we didn't get it last time. My idea might not be as great as I thought it was. That was not as great an idea as I thought. It's really woody because we have taken most of it out, and I think I just stabbed a little baby snake. So there may be snakes that have nested down in there, I don't know. And there is a lot of ants, fire ants, which I don't really want to transfer to another pot. So maybe that wasn't my greatest idea ever. Okay, I've had another idea. I'm going to try this one. Out here, where the chickens have been all winter, and it had thick wood chips. So I feel like if I dig back through the wood chips, maybe even in there where they are, I might get some nice rich compost, and I can put that in the top of the pot. Hey, Chugalookins. Let's see if I can find some out here first. I really shouldn't be doing this in my good t-shirt, but anyway. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is garden gold. Yeah. I don't want to dig a big hole, so I'll just try and strip back. Probably should do it back over here a bit more, actually. Put that back over. Now I would say that that's going to work beautifully in the top of that pot, and makes me really excited to grow these rows out here and to be able to harvest what's in there under where the chooks are, because there's a lot of goodness in there. Okay, I'm going to cover this up. It's almost too much, but that will water down in and it'll settle a bit too. Some big bits, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to try and grow it like this picture here. We'll just see if this works. So these guys in the middle, 1/4 inch depth. Oh, those ants got me. Stinkers. Yeah, it was in that first shovel full of soil, I think, that I got. And that's from, right. These are the ones Gracie really loves. So I hope they grow beautifully. Kind of just lightly cover them. They don't need to be too deep, I don't think. Okay, that's that one. And then these ones, which is this kind of purple convolvulus, I guess. I haven't grown that before. It kind of looks similar to a morning glory, but I guess it's different. A little bit different. Let's see. Hopefully they'll grow and the birds don't get those seeds. They're supposed to be a little bit deeper, so I'll kind of put them a little bit further in. Trying to not get bit by the ants that I got in that shovelful. Oh my goodness. And then sweet Alice. Sweet, sweet Alice. And these guys go right in the top. So Lord bless our seeds. May they all grow. Well, yay, we did get something done. We got this pot done. We got a few things sown over there. And that's good. And we didn't even, it's a little bit of a sprinkle, but it really didn't even rain. So it's time for me to go, people. I must go inside and feed my family, and I will see you again tomorrow. But I do hope that today you will be able to take little snippets of time. It's amazing what you can do in just a small amount of time. I'm encouraged. I've encouraged myself because I was feeling frustrated that I didn't get done things today I wanted to. But the reality is we can do way more in short little pieces than we realize. Sometimes I feel like I have to have this big stretch of time, and it's really not true. A lot can be, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there, it all adds up. So I've encouraged myself. Yay. I hope it encourages you, and we'll see you soon. Sunshine and raindrops to all of you. I think we're going to have a lot of raindrops. There's supposed to be some flooding south of us. It's not like it's in South Texas. They're saying it's going to be really heavy. So if you're down there, I hope you don't get too wet. At the same time as this, there are intense floods happening in Western Queensland. We have some friends that live out there, and they've been sharing footage, and they're evacuating whole townships. It's very, very wet. So prayers to them, and hopefully it won't be that bad in South Texas. All right, we'll see you soon.